competition because we deservedly not gotten it because of that reason. We haven't deserved it. We have not made a good showing. We haven't gone to Charleston and presented ourselves and say we are a contender for the state championship. We've gone down as a participant in many, many years. Now we're going down there with the aspect of we are now we are contenders to win the state championship. Not only last year's being in the finals and losing in overtime, but the year before as well, we made a good showing also. So now we are contenders. As Rodney Dangerfield, we are getting the respect that we deserve because we have earned it ourselves. It hasn't been given to us. We have earned it.
The only problem maybe with basketball teams around this area is, do they get the tough competition they get around the Charleston and the Huntington area? Our talk about that will continue after these messages.
County Insurance Man is here to see you again, Mrs. Elkamp.
In the state right now in the Class A level, and with good reason. They have Jeremy Botkin, a 6'7" senior. He's already committed to play for Gale Capital and WVU next year. But I looked at Franklin's schedule today, and they have a very easy schedule. Moorfield, Circleville, all clubs like this. And I think when Franklin gets into the state tournament, they're going to have their hands full against teams like Birch, who beat AAA Huntington a couple of weeks ago. Birch is a Class A ball club, and they beat the defending state champions on the AAA level. It was an upset, but they beat them by 6.
Yeah, I tell you, I think we are at a little disadvantage. One of the advantages is, years ago, I think the play around North and South Hagerstown were comparable to anybody you played in the state, and that was several years ago. And I think there's been sort of a de-emphasis on athletics in the Washington County area and the Frederick County area. It's not as big as it used to be. So I think, consequently, we do suffer as far as our schedule is concerned. And it's just like, you have to respect the team because of their record, because of their history. For instance, like West Virginia, if they would have beaten Notre Dame, they'd have still had a tough time still being national champions because of their schedule. And sometimes you can't penalize teams for their schedule. You can compliment others, but not penalize the other because the fact that they're 11-0. Or the same way if Martinsburg goes down there 22-0 or 22-1 or whatever the record may be, you have to respect that. And I think those schools are lucky, the Northern Panhandle schools are lucky because there's enough West Virginia schools in their area that they can play that now they can use that as their measuring device of saying, well, this team is good or this team is not that good because they play more West Virginia schools and we're so far away and isolated from everyone else.
But look at the girls team. Donnie Village girls team was 22-0, went to the state tournament, and until freshman Robertson fouled out with a few minutes to go, they were ahead in that ball game. And when the All-State teams came out, no one made All-State, no one made second-team All-State, no one made special honorable mention. Vivian McKenzie made honorable mention. I thought the Lady Bulldogs were really slighted.
Well, that is, again, that's a political game, and we have very little control over that. And I know the year that I won state championship in baseball, I did not have one kid on the All-State first team. So, that's politics. And, again, we're so far away, we're isolated. We're going to have that. We're going to continue to have that. And a lot of kids that sometimes justifiably should be on there that are not. Okay, we'll return with the starting lineups for tonight's Hubs Bulldogs basketball game after this message. The Birchinger Clinic of College shooting very well this year as opposed to last. 46% field goal percentages. It's coming up. As a team, 46% is not bad, is it? Well, no, it's not that bad. And I think it probably could be a little bit better. I think it's going to get better as the season goes along with Anthony Dokes leading the way, shooting 57% from the field. I think one of the things that Martinsburg does shoot a lot of jump shots from outside, and I think they can get the ball inside a lot more and increase that shooting percentage because the high percentage shots are down in the paint, down in close with Anthony Dokes and Aaron Mann. And they also, with a lot of pressing, you get a lot of pressing, you get turnovers, you get steals, you get layups, and those are high percentage shots as well. You know what? Here's some irony for this year. Last year, Anthony Dokes shot from the foul line a little better than Aaron Mann did.
in the field. For assists, well, we all know who's leading in assists. Martinsburg has 33 assists this year. Spencer Ferguson has 12. Rank in the second place spot for Martinsburg. And block shots, well, Anthony Dokes leads the way. Excuse me, check that. Aaron Mann has 7 block shots, and Dokes has 6 in 5 ball games. So that's 13 rejects in 5 ball games. That's not bad either.
Well, you know, that's a good stat for some people. I don't like that stat because I find it
misleading, or?
No, I just find that some of my players end up getting in foul trouble because there's a stat spot in there for block shots. And they go after block shots, and you find these guys making fouls because that is an achievement goal that you have set for your team. A lot of coaches like that. That's fine. And I just personally, I don't like it because I know my kids can run. So I think it's good for many respects. If you are a shot blocker, that's a great stat for you. At the lower levels, we don't have great shot blockers. High school level, varsity level, yes, you may have some shot blockers, and whether or not that shot blocker is the type of player that you want or you can expand on and block shots without fouling, then that's great.
That's a good point. That is a good point. Well, elsewhere tonight, Hagerstown is meeting Musselman at the Apple Cliff. JV game started at 6:15 tonight. That ought to be an exciting ball game. And the South Hagerstown Rebels are at Jefferson taking on the Cougars in Shenandoah Junction. And the Rebels, they're having their problems once again in the CVAL. No surprise there. The Cougars should win that easily. And elsewhere, let's see, Mickey Bullock, the Lady Terps are ranked 5th in the country. And they are visiting Flintstone tonight. She's doing a good job. You know, they were about number 14 in the country a few weeks ago. They moved up 9 slots.
Yeah, they got upset the other night, I think, down at Clemson.
Martinsburg Fieldhouse, everyone, and the Hubs 3-5 are ready to take on the Bulldogs 5-0. The Hubs lost 3 starters from last year: Jeff Weller, Ernest Cole, and Eric Eichel. Excuse me. Brian Eichelberger is gone. Now this year they have Mitchell Branch of 6'2". He's one of the inside players. 6'3" senior Matt Butts, a Martinsburg native. He's an inside player for the Hubs. 6'3" Jamal Cooper is starting for the Hubs. 6'2" Mike Hampton, former Hedgesville basketball player, is a starter. And Aaron Johnson. Look for Troy Smith, their highest scorer coming off the bench. Quite frankly, he's in Tim McNamee's doghouse right now. No pun intended, Bulldog fans. Starting for the Bulldogs, we have Aaron Mann, Anthony Dokes, Marcellus Pacey, Corey Tucker for his 2nd start in a row, and Spencer Ferguson. And Dokes leading the way, 17.5 points a ball game, but the Hubs control the tap. And we're underway here at the Martinsburg Fieldhouse in the 1st quarter. And the Red with the basketball into the front court. And the point guard, Aaron Johnson, number 11, fires it over the right side to Matt Butts. Bounce pass back to Johnson. Picked up man-to-man by Spencer Ferguson. Almost loses control. Shot put up by Jamal Cooper. And ricochets off the side of the iron, goes out of bounds, and Martinsburg will get possession.
Starting out, both teams starting out in the man-to-man, so this should be real interesting. Might be a test of the bench a little bit, see who can come be the strongest off the bench.
And the Bulldogs into the front court with their white uniforms up. Dokes drills it from 17 feet out, right inside the top of the key. And the Dogs have 3/4 court man-to-man pressure. And the Hubs bring it into the front court. Over on the right wing, number 15 with the basketball, Matt Butts. Puts up the jumper, hits the front of the rim, the back of the rim comes down. It's being fought for underneath. And North Hagerstown comes down with it. Jumper put up from 10 feet by Mitchell Branch. Slapped away, and we have a whistle.
It's going to be a foul on North Hagerstown. Looks like it's going to be on Matt Butts. They're going to reach on the foul on the rebound, trying to get the rebound over top that time. His first personal, first team foul.
And the Dogs on top 2-0. 6:58 to go in the 1st quarter. Pacey with the basketball over the right wing, holding the ball high. Being guarded by Aaron Johnson, their point guard, over to Ferguson. Spencer Ferguson dribbles right, dribbles left, dishes it off to Mann, puts up the jumper from the foul line. And Aaron Mann's on the scoreboard with his first bucket of the evening. 4-0 Martinsburg as the Dogs press.
Basically in their 2-2-1, 3/4 court zone press, dropping back into man-to-man.
And a jumper put up by Cooper from 12 feet out on the wing. No good. Dogs on the run inside to Dokes. Lays it up and in off the feet from Pacey. From Pacey to Dokes, all alone underneath the bucket. The Hubs were coming down, but not quick enough, and the Dogs are pressing. And trapped is number 32, Jamal Cooper. Ball slapped away by Tucker. Picked up inside by Pacey, controlling the basketball. Brings it out front, looking for help. Fires it over to the right side. Soft pass, slapped away by North Hagerstown. And it's picked up by Mitchell Branch. Hagerstown turnover.
Third turnover for North Hagerstown early in the ball game. A long pass by Basie is intercepted.
And a turnover, Martinsburg, and the Hubs get it back. Johnson with the basketball, the point guard, number 11. Over to the right side, and Matt Butts puts up a three-pointer again. He misses. Slapped away by the Hubs, knocked out of bounds. Martinsburg will regain possession of the basketball.
A little bit sloppy here right now, and I think they're going to settle down in. Both teams, I think, looks like they don't quite have their legs on them. They're not good and loose yet, so you're going to see a lot of ripping and racing up and down the court here tonight.
And Basie spins, drives into the lane, and he walks with the basketball. So turns it over. North Hagerstown will get it back. The high scores for the Hubs, Matt Butts, 6'3 senior, 15 the ball game, and Troy Smith, 6'2 senior, will be coming off the bench. He averages 15 as well. Into the front court, number 32, Jamal Cooper feeds it inside. And he comes up and lays it in on the snowboard, Bert. Good drive from Cooper along the baseline, and Spencer Ferguson repays with a little kindness, drives the baseline, lays it up and in for a retaliatory move by Martinsburg. And the ball stolen by Aaron Mann. Mann over to Ferguson. Dogs back on the attack. Ferguson puts it up. Ricochets high off the rim. Put back up. Tapped. Missed narrowly. Mann with his own rebound. Scoops it up underneath on the reverse side. Tapped back in by Anthony Dokes on the front side. And the Dogs are now on top 10-2, and Dokes has 6.
Great job of defense there by Martinsburg and staying on the boards. We have a foul called on Marcellus Basie in the backcourt.
That was a playful foul there.
Yeah, it was one of those, he was anticipating something to happen. He was going for the steal, and a good move by the Hagerstown player. I couldn't pick out the number who it was on that particular play.
Well, Tim McNamee told me before the ball game he didn't want to get into a running game with Martinsburg, and already he's had to do so just because of this press. And the drive along the baseline is good. Number 22, Mitchell Branch, 6'2 senior, puts it up and in. He's a good running back, and he made a good move along the baseline that time, and put it up and in. And he'll go to the charity stripe.
That's the one you hate. That time Mitchell Branch got the ball, drove the baseline, and you tell all your defensive people, don't let them drive baseline. It cost them 2 points, possibly 3, and also cost Aaron Mann a foul. That's, again, one of those 5 that one of those 2 that he commits every game that he should not commit.
And Branch's foul shot rattles in and out, negates the three-point attempt. And Ferguson comes in, number 44 over the left side. Corey Tucker, three-point attempt, bangs it off the back of the iron, comes out the top of the key. Basie retrieves it and drives into the lane, puts it up from 12 feet, takes the shot, fires it into man, but there's a foul on the play. I think Marcellus Basie might have been hacked.
Yeah, he was fouled that time by Mitchell Branch. He was going to shoot, and Branch fouled him, and he made a dump off, so it's going to be a possession foul. At least it should be. They're lined up to shoot.
Well, they're saying that he got hacked when he was going up for the shot, I guess.
That was a clear pass off to Aaron Mann underneath. Well, he's going to shoot too. We're not going to argue with that, but...
Well, the Bulldogs benefited off of that exchange there. Basie gets set. Cox fires. Swish. 11-4. Martinsburg on top by 7. 1 for Basie, his first point of the evening. He and Anthony Dokes leading the way in scoring for Martinsburg. And he drills the second one. Perfect, 12-4. And Basie coming into the ball game shooting 62%, leading the squad from the charity stripe. And he drills 2 perfect tonight. Into the front court, the Hubs break it. The ball stolen away by Ferguson. Dogs on the run. Ferguson over to the left side to Basie, three-point attempt. Boom! Missile hits the target. The Dogs are on top now by 11. 15-4. Man-to-man, three-quarter light pressure. And the Hubs take it into the front court. Aaron Johnson, the 6-foot guard, is being taken to school tonight, taking the ball up the court. Basie's driving him nuts. And we have a walking violation against Jamal Cooper. Turnover North. So Corey Tucker, Corey Tucker didn't start the game before last, and he scored 13. And Smokey Grantham had like 5 or 6 points. The last ball game, Corey Tucker started, and Smokey Grantham came off the bench and had about 10 or 12.
We've talked about that before. As I said, that 5th player on that team doesn't really matter who it is.
And Spencer Ferguson drills a three-point missile from the right side. Boom, right through the bullseye. 18-4 Martinsburg. 3:31 to go in the first quarter. And Basie and Tucker, Aaron Johnson, he finally gets it away. They're still in between the circles. And the player walks. Number 25, Mike Hampton. 6'2 senior walks. Donnie McNamee for North Hagerstown wants to talk about it. And we'll talk about it. Tim McNamee, wants to talk about it. We'll return to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse after this brief pause. back to the field house. So the Hubs are shaken up right now, Vic.
Yes, they are. I tell you, they're succumbing to this pressure, and they're doing exactly what Martinsburg wants them to do. They dribble the ball, pick up the dribble, and they're getting trapped. You know, the amazing part is if they would just catch the ball, look, and make their passes. They're taller out front at the guard position. They can pass over top the Martinsburg guards, and they haven't done yet. They drop back in a 2-3 zone now, trying to protect a little bit because they can't handle the offensive man-to-man out here.
And the Bulldogs with the basketball. Ferguson over to Tucker. Tucker over to Basie. Back to Tucker. Tucker puts up the jump shot, and he misses it. Rebound. Turnaround jumper. Aaron Mann bangs it off the front of the rim and brought down by North. Ball slapped away, but North retrieves it. Johnson into the front court over the left side to Butts. And the 6'3 Butts, and he sinks the jumper from the left side. Foul line extended. He has 2 tonight. Bulldogs into the front court. Marcellus Basie, the All-State point guard, to the right side. Number 11, skip pass into the left wing to Tucker. Tucker feeds it quickly to Ferguson in the baseline. Ferguson, baseline pass on the bounce to Basie. And fed inside to Mann, put up no good. And North Hagerstown gets the ball back. Johnson into the front court, and the Dogs are not pressing right now. Johnson dishes it off to number 23, Rookie Medley, and we have a whistle.
It's going to be on Aaron Mann, I'll tell you. I think we saw a reaction on that time. He called an elbow that time. Anthony basically retaliated from the elbow and got caught with the foul, so the second man quite often gets it. He's coming out of the ball game. Smokey Grantham comes in. Martinsburg's doing a good job on offense down here, Tom. Now, this 2-3 zone, they're making real good passes. The shots just are not falling right now. They have to take their time, be patient. They'll go.
They're working real well. Matt Butts puts up another three-point missile. His 4th one of the night. Retrieves his own rebound after the miss and puts it up and in. Butts with 4. And the Dogs on the attack. Basie drives across the three-point line. Has the ball stolen by Johnson. Johnson feeds Butts. Butts on Basie. Puts it up. And it ricochets off the front of the rim. No good. And we have another violation there. Personal foul against Basie.
That's his second personal here with 2:04 to go. He's going to have to pull him probably here early in the first quarter. And that was a foul that should not have been committed by Marcellus that time. I think it was out of frustration. He lost the ball. He got a half down the other end. It wasn't called, but you got to continue to play. And he compounded the mistake by fouling down the other end.
Eric Johnson in at point guard for Martinsburg. Smokey Grantham into the ball game. Mann, Ferguson, and Tucker. And the Hubs with the basketball on the front court. Aaron Johnson, some good moves. Over to the right side, fires it to number 25, Mike Hampton, puts it up, misses it. Aaron now the rebound, loses control. Johnson retrieves it. Lays up an off-balanced little scoop shot from about 10 feet out, misses it entirely. And we have another foul.
Mitchell Branch on the foul, his second personal. This is going to hurt North Hagerstown a little bit. He's staying in the ballgame with a minute 45 to go to the first quarter, 18-8. He gets a third foul line. He's got to come out, and he's going to have to sit for a long period of time.
The Bulldogs with the basketball into the front court. Spencer Ferguson drives the baseline on the right side. Stops short, puts up the 8-foot jumper, and he drills it. And the Dogs again with pressure. Spencer Ferguson with 7 tonight, leading the way for Martinsburg. 20-8. Martinsburg on top. And North Hagerstown into the front court. On the right wing is Johnson. Johnson over to Butts, and Butts over to number 23, Medley. And put up by North. 20-10, Martinsburg on top. Spencer Ferguson with the basketball. Skip pass across court to Corey Tucker, holding the ball high. The 6'3 senior fires it over to Johnson. Back to Tucker on the left side. Skip pass across to Ferguson. Spencer throws it to Johnson. Johnson over to Tucker. Tucker inside to Grantham. Turnaround hook shot. No good. Grantham with a rebound. Feeds Spencer Ferguson. Loses control. Picks it up. On the opposite side, puts up the 17-footer. High off the back of the rim and brought down by Rookie Medley of North Hagerstown. A feed down court. Turnaround jumper from Mitchell Branch. Loses control. Back outside to Johnson. Drives the lane. Scoop shot. Nice move. Off the glass. Right through the basket. 20-12. Lead cut to 8. 34 seconds to go in the first quarter. Skip pass across court from Spencer Ferguson. Tucker puts up the 17-footer. Make it 18 and a three-point shot from Corey Tucker. I think that's his second one of the ball game. No, that's his first. And the Dogs on top now by 11. Those three-pointers make the difference. Johnson over to the left side to number 23, Rookie Medley. Medley back to Butts. Matt Butts looking for a penetrating room, can't find it. Over to Mitchell Branch. Branch over to Medley, in and out. Brought down by Butts and put up and in. The buzzer sounds at the end of the first quarter. And the Dogs move to the sidelines, leading 23-14. We'll return to Martinsburg Field in 60 seconds.
50% off all red tag and clearance sale items. The Nike Factory Outlet has terrific values, like men's two-piece jogging outfits. Normally $9.99 for each piece are reduced 20%. So don't miss this sale at the Nike Factory Outlet in the Blue Ridge Outlet Center.
Yes. Okay, second quarter action, and the Dogs on top 23 to 14. You're listening to WRNR, Martinsburg, West Virginia. I'm Tom Tucker alongside Mr. Vic Holmes. And back at Master Control, Bill Hutton and Mike Montgomery. Smokey Grantham over to the left side to Eric Johnson. Johnson back to Grantham. Dogs with the basketball. Over to Man. All alone. Foul shot. More or less what it is, and it hits the front of the rim, the back of the rim, and falls through the hoop. Dogs score again. Hubs inside. Snowbird underneath. And a good move. Number 23, Rookie Medley, and he lays it up and in. An odd name, but a good ball player. And the Dogs into the front court. Eric Johnson, a little shake and bake, feeds it underneath the Man. Man off ballot, puts it up. Grantham slaps it back. But Man, I believe he may have stepped on the inbounds line.
He was out of bounds, and he came back in the air, in midair, and grabbed the basketball when he came in. He must come back inbounds, have both feet inbounds, then you can touch the ball. Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job of staying in this ball game, North Hagerstown, with their 2-3 zone. Martinsburg is pressing, but you can only press and use a zone press when you score. So if you don't score, you can't pass.
Hubs on the run. Matt Clark speeds number 23. Medley on the left side, and he buries it again on the snowbird. Medley with 6. And the Dogs bring it up. Eric Johnson, the junior point guard, calls out the play into the front court between the circles over to the left side. Feeds Tucker. Tucker, soft pass to Grantham. Rookie Medley. Inside, Hubs on the attack. And Medley does it. Takes it all the way. 8 points for Medley. And Spencer Ferguson with the ball on the right wing. Feeds Grantham coming out to the top of the key. Grantham's jumper short off the front of the arm. Rebound, Spencer Ferguson. And a good strong inside move for the 6-foot guard for Martinsburg. And the Dogs lead now by 7, 27 to 20. And Spencer has 9 points tonight. Dogs slapped away the basketball. Ferguson did the job. Into Man into the front court. Fired over to Corey Tucker. Tucker to Grantham. Fouled with the body. No call. Grantham left hand over to Johnson on the left wing. Eric Johnson brings it back out front. Tones it down a little bit. Good move. Fires it inside to Grantham. Grantham over to the right wing to Ferguson, and he buries the jumper. Grantham took the pass in the lane and saw Ferguson on the right wing, fired it back outside, and Fergie has 12. The Dogs lead now by 9. They press three-quarter court. Man-to-man. Trap. And walking violation against Rookie Medley. Turnover North Hagerstown, Vic.
North Hagerstown is doing too much standing offensively. They're not moving. And one of the things they had going for them, they were getting easy baskets against this zone press. That was hurting Martinsburg. Now Martinsburg has turned up the pressure a little bit more. Coming down the court, three-quarter court, about 5/6 of the court now. With a little bit more pressure, this end of the court, forcing them into a few more mistakes.
And the Hubs in a 2-3 zone, and ball slapped out of bounds. North will retain. And the Dogs in that man-to-man trap. 3-on-1 in the backcourt. Johnson almost loses it. Throws it into the front court. Then underneath. Put up in. Grabbed by Mitchell Cash. He walked with the basketball. Before the shot. Now, Jim McNamee, the North coach, told me before the ball game he did not want to get into a running game with the Dogs, and he did not want to play man-to-man against Martinsburg.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have the personnel to do it. He doesn't have the depth to do it, but sometimes you'll be forced to do things like that.
And Doug Ferguson is into the ball game. Drives the baseline from the left side. His layup over the basket, overshoots. North of the rebound and into the front court. Matt Butts, the 6'3 senior on the left wing, feeds it inside to number 25, Mike Hampton. Lost over the way by Spencer Ferguson. East Coast, West Coast. And he buries it. So Spencer Ferguson with 14 here in the first half. The Dogs expand their lead again out to 11. 31 to 20. 5:04. Into the front court. The Hubs with the basketball. Number 32, Jamal Cooper loses control of the basketball, throws it out of bounds. North Hagerstown turnover, and Martinsburg gets it back as Deion Taylor comes into the ball game.
11 turnovers for North Hagerstown. If they can quit turning the basketball, they have a chance of staying in this ball game. Martinsburg is being very patient. Spencer Ferguson is carrying the team basically by himself, scoring 14 points at this point.
Eric Johnson, top of the key over to the right side. Deion Taylor puts it up. No good. Rebound. Dokes lays it up and in. And Anthony Dokes is fouled, and the center will go to the charity stripe. And the Bulldogs on the clock. 4:41, excuse me, on the scoreboard. 4:41 says the clock. Left in the first half. And the Dogs expand their lead to 13.
Anthony Dokes has 8 points on tonight. But I'll tell you, you notice a difference in this basketball team when Anthony Dokes went out or when Marcellus Spacey's out of the ball game. I'll tell you, those are the two ingredients, and Spencer Ferguson has picked up the slack.
And Dokes continues his 4th foul shooting this year. Misses it. Dogs with the rebound. Put up by Doug Ferguson. Hammers it off the back of the iron. No good. North Hagerstown into the front court. Out to the right wing to Aaron Johnson, the point guard. Over to the left wing to Matt Butts. And he fires it over the left side to rookie Medley. Medley drives right and tosses it over to Mitchell Branch. Branch over to Johnson. Johnson back out to Butts in between the circles. Takes right, goes left, looks for the three-pointer, and fires it over to the left side to Medley. Medley back to Johnson, 17-footer. Side of the glass, hammers it into the hands of Deion Taylor. Outlet pass to Johnson. Dogs on the attack in the front court. And Doug Ferguson fires again, rattles in and out, and North Hagerstown comes up with it. So Doug Ferguson 0 for 3 from the field tonight. He's not lighting up the scoreboard like he has in the past couple of ball games. Everyone's cold. Everyone's cold every once in a while. Doug's going to have to put up with a very heady ball player. North on the attack, into the front court, and Aaron Johnson with the basketball on the left side, three-point missile. The glass for Matt Butts. And man alive, that ball was thrown up from about 20 feet, and it rebounded off the front of the glass right in. Give Butts 9. And I think a little Lady Luck had something to do with that one. Aaron Johnson steals the ball from Eric Johnson. The official says, no good, take it back. And the Dogs regain possession.
12 turnovers for North Hagerstown and 6 for Martinsburg. Good move here. Marcellus Spacey coming back in, and they were able to keep him out. They've got a 10-point lead with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the half, and hopefully he'll be able to play the rest of this quarter without a foul. And there's the turnover off Deion Taylor's hand. Deion is probably just a little bit rusty. He hasn't had an opportunity to play again with the starting group.
No, he hasn't.
At all this season.
Taylor broke into the lane. Basie's hand, pass skipped off his hands. North into the front court. Jumper put up. Ricochets high off the iron. Rebound by Mitchell Branch. He drives the lane. Puts it up and in. 33-25. Branch with 4. Basie into the front court. Dribbling with his left hand over on the right wing. Skip pass across to Eric Johnson. Johnson picked up by Mark Wiley. Over to the right side to Basie. Basie feeds Dokes. Dokes inside. Fires it to Deion Taylor. Gets away from Deion, but he picks it up. Retrieves a good hustle, and he dishes it off to Doug Ferguson. Ferguson bounce pass to the right side to Basie. And the junior bounces it into Aaron Mann. Reverse turnaround jumper. No good, but we have a foul on the rebound.
Deion Taylor on the foul on the rebound attempt. But I'll tell you, they're doing some real good things out there. Right now, both teams are actually cold. It's an 8-point ball game due to the fact that North Hagerstown is now getting some easy shots. They're working the ball, and let me tell you, this North Hagerstown team is talented. They've got some talent on this court. They're as talented as, almost as talented as that Oak Hill team that we saw up here in the Christmas tournament.
They're not as big, but they do have
not as big, but they have jumpers, they have guys who can shoot, and they just have some athletic ability.
They're not 6'2", 6'3", 6'3 up front. They're 6'2" and 6 in the backcourt.
They're not raw talented basketball players. They're just raw talent, period.
Good athletes. Mitchell Branch puts up the foul shot, misses it. Dogs on the run. Anthony Dokes takes the feed and lays it up and in. 35-25. Lead expanded to 10, and Dokes has 10 tonight. Averaging 17 and a half a ball game. As Mark Wiley gets it into the front court, over to Butts on the left wing, and he fires it over to Mitchell Branch. Branch over to Wiley on the right side, and we have a whistle. And this one may be on
Anthony Dokes there. Anthony committed a foul. That time he was holding on that particular play. He didn't sag off of his man. He's playing his man too close, and the ball's on the other side of the court. The ball broke, and it was too late. Anthony had to hold him because he was going to beat him on the baseline. So Anthony comes out of the ball game. Corey Tucker comes in to replace it. I'll tell you, I'm glad to see Deion Taylor getting some playing time, quality playing time, meaning the fact he's playing in a crucial ball game. Yes, he's not playing in the scrub-up time because he has some talent. He could help this ball club.
And Matt Butts, one of the leading scorers for North. He's tied with Troy Smith. Troy Smith in his coach's doghouse tonight. And we have not seen number 24 yet. Matt Butts, who is a Martinsburg native originally, I believe, and he's moved to Hagerstown. He has 10 points tonight. His next shot rattles in and out. Marcellus Spacey steps steps into the lane and brings down the basketball on the rebound. All alone into the front court, drives the baseline, picked up by North. And Basie into the corner, fires it back outside to Tucker. Tucker taps it quickly to Ferguson. Doug Ferguson overshoots. And North on the run. Mark Ryland with the basketball left side. Down pass inside to number 25, Mike Hampton. Loses control. Tucker to Basie. Basie driving out of bounds, saves the basketball. Fires it behind his back to Grantham. Grantham drives the lane, lays it up and in, but he's fouled by Mike Hampton on the drive. So Smokey will go to the charity stripe. Missed the snowbird, but will have a chance to redeem himself.
Great play there by Marcellus Basie, behind the back pass going out of bounds. That was just simply pure hustle. He did a great job of saving the ball. That ball probably should have gone in row number 6, but great play on his part. And I'll tell you, there's no lack of hustle. I think primarily, if we check the stats, I think it's simply both teams are just cold here in this second quarter especially.
And Grantham hits it. By the way, I neglected to mention earlier, let me get this out quickly. Cindy Sessa did go to the Aloha Bowl. The money was raised by the community of Martinsburg to send the All-American to the Aloha. She came back with a great tan, and she had a good time as the All-American cheerleader representing Martinsburg High School. Grantham drills it. 140, Martinsburg on top, 37-26. And the pressure is on. Butts guarded by Tucker. Man-to-man, three-quarter court trap. But the Cubs get it into the front court. And Butts loses control of the basketball. The pass from Wiley, check that, Mitchell Branch to Butts. And off the hands of Martinsburg, however. And Butts will inbound it right in front of his bench on the home side of the court.
Mike Roberts comes into the ball game for Marcellus Basie. I think they just protected Marcellus so he doesn't get that third foul.
Butts drives the baseline, puts it up, falls to the floor, misses it. And Jamal Cooper with the rebound, lays it up and in, give Cooper 4. And Ferguson into the front court for the Dogs. 1:10 to go in the first half. Tucker on the left wing, back to Ferguson, top of the key. Double team, throws it over to Tucker, skip pass across court. And driving the lane is Mike Roberts. A good move from Roberts. And he's a good leaper, 6'2". Mike Roberts, a good baseball player. And a good running back in football. And he's playing some defense right now, too. Hounding Aaron Johnson, and we have a foul. Corey Tucker slapped Matt Butts, hacking foul, and on the 1-and-1, Butts will go to the charity stripe.
That's Corey, only his first foul. 41 seconds ago, that's kind of a foul that you don't want to commit. And we like to tell you players, we don't want to commit any fouls within 1 minute of the quarter. Most of the time, they're not that crucial that you have to commit a foul, because with a minute to go, and especially in the second quarter, they're probably going to be in a 1-on-1. Now you got to put them to the line and give them a chance to shoot 2. And makes the first shot. Give them a chance to make 2 free points with nobody guarding him, and the clock stops. So it all works in North Hagerstown's favor. So not a wise play there in that particular situation.
And Matt Butts drills the first foul shot, goes up with the second one, and he hits that one also. 39-30. 40 seconds in the ballgame. Ferguson brings it into the front court. Between the legs, guarded by Johnson. Drives the lane. The left-hander puts it up. Partially blocked. Comes down. They're fighting for it. Deion Taylor picks it up, goes up with a shot. He's hammered on the way up, and he exchanges a low 5 with North Hagerstown Hub rookie Medley, who's charged with the foul. And a sign of mutual respect, Deion Taylor will go to the foul line. And I believe this may be his first visit this year. Let me check the stats on that. No, he's 0 for 1 this year. And he's 1 for 2 from the field coming into this ball game tonight. So Deion, a senior, and I tell you, he was really invaluable for the Bulldogs. And his first shot bounces high off the back of the rim for a miss. He was really invaluable coming off the bench last year. You know, Dave couldn't get that 6th man playing well for him last year, and Deion Taylor really did the job as the Dogs made a really great move in Charleston, winning 2 big victories and playing Huntington in the championship game. Taylor misses the second one, and they fight for it underneath, knocked out of bounds by North. Martinsburg will retain possession. Deion's not getting the playing time this year, but he really did help the Dogs last year. I don't know what they would have done without him.
Well, yes, there's 2 people who are very, very valuable that have not surfaced to the cream of the crop, as we say, is Deion Taylor and also Eric Johnson. Eric has become, his playing time has become limited for one reason, but the fact of the addition of Dougie Ferguson as well.
And Taylor was just invaluable as a rebounder. You know, they didn't have anybody after Mann and Dokes. And North with the basketball. Into the front court. Johnson, 5 seconds on the clock. Bucks to Branch. Branch puts it up high off the rim.
North Hagerstown could hit a few more of their shots, they'd be in this ball game tonight, and Martinsburg is not playing that badly.
No, they're not. Really, I tell you, it's the fact that Martinsburg is coming up against a team that is talented, and they have quickness, they have good size, and they can jump. They run the floor well when they do have the opportunity. The problems has been tonight, Martinsburg's pressure when they score. What happened, they went through a cold spell where they could not press. If you don't score, it's very hard to press people. You have to put the ball in the bucket. When you score, you got a chance to set up your defense and press. And that's what got them the big lead. Then they went through a cold spell where they were not scoring. So if you don't score, you can't press. And when they go down, sit down, and match up at the other end and play a half-court game, Martinsburg is not that tough. I mean, they're good, but teams can play with them, especially teams with the same size and with the same quickness. And that was shown here tonight. Because I think this is a very talented team, and I rate this team as nearly as talented, not quite as big, but as talented as the Oak Hill basketball team. And I'll tell you, Tom, this is going to be a great season because it's going to be very interesting when we start hitting the roads, playing the Fort Hill game, playing the North Hagerstown game, and schools like that on the road that are playing as tough here when they know when they come in here, most teams have a defeated attitude anyway. They feel they're going to lose, so we have that much of an advantage. So I'm looking forward to some of these games on the road because I believe as time goes on, Martinsburg's going to play better and better and better, and I think even on the road they're going to win.
Well, we have had a very fortunate early part of the season. We played Allegheny here. We've played Fort Hill. We had the Martinsburg WR&R Christmas Classic. We were supposed to play South Hagerstown last week away, but we're playing here tonight. We've had every ball game right here in the friendly confines of Martinsburg High School. But Friday night, we're going to be at Hedgesville to take on the Eagles. When we return, we're going to talk about that Eagle matchup, and plus we're going to talk about the Carlisle, Pennsylvania quadruple A champions from that Keystone State coming down here to play us in a couple of weeks. So we'll return after these messages on 74 R&R Sports.
Barry, take a memo to all staff.
Get back in the swing of things for the winner. The Birchinger Clinic of
begins. And the Dogs are leading right now 39-30. Spencer Ferguson leading the way with 14. The Dogs pressed most of the first half. I guess the majority of the time the Dogs were pressing with a three-quarter court man-to-man trap press. We saw many Bulldogs into action in the first half. Smokey Grantham was 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Aaron Mann had 4 points with 2 field goals in the first half. Anthony Dose 10 points in the first half in double figures. Spencer Ferguson with 14, both players from the field, no charity stripe attempts. Marcellus Basie, 1 3-pointer, 2 for 2 from the foul line with 5 points in the first half. And that wraps up the scoring for Martinsburg. Corey Tucker had a 3-point missile. Forgot about that. And Mike Roberts scored on a snowbird. The Dogs had 7 turnovers, and the Hubs had 12 in the first half. Again, North Hagerstown has defeated Allegheny, Frederick, and Big Spring. They're 3-5 overall, and 1-1 in the CVAL. Of course, Martinsburg undefeated. And again, the Dogs will be in action this Friday night at Hedgesville to take on the Eagles. And the Eagles are meeting Musselman tonight, and we'll give you that score as the second half here at the Fieldhouse progresses. And then the following week, we're going to be visiting Loudon Valley next week, the 17th, on a Tuesday night. Then Saturday night, January 21st, Saturday night, Carlisle, Pennsylvania comes to town, and we're going to be meeting Carlisle. They're the quadruple A champions from the Keystone State last year, and they don't have the talent they had last year. Of course, their number 1 player went to Syracuse, didn't he?
Yeah, Billy Owens starting for Syracuse, and plus their coach, Coach Lebo, is now taking a sabbatical for a year because he wanted to go see his son play a little basketball, and they're really down this year, and a lot of people are jumping on them this year, and it's a good publicity game because they do play a great brand of basketball, but they don't have the Billy Owens type player up there this year. They're not real big like they normally are. And TJ, I think, has also played them this season. But it'll be good. You need that good cross mixture of different teams to play. This helps you in the playoffs.
And we're underway in the second half as the Hubs inbounded. The Dogs on top, 39-30 as the third quarter begins. I'm Tom Tucker along with Vic Holmes for R&R Sports. Macy steals the basketball. Ferguson and Spencer lace it up and in for the quick two-pointer for the Bulldogs. Ferguson with 16 big ones tonight. Into the front court, Aaron Johnson, number 11, the point guard, being taken to school tonight. He's not shooting well tonight, and one of the reasons is because he's having such a hard time getting it up the court. He goes in, fires it up from 8 feet out on the right side of the baseline. No good. Dogs on the run. Basie to Dokes. Dokes back out to Basie. Head fake and drives into the lane. And Basie, a nice head fake, and dribble to the left, down the baseline, pulled up short, and put it in for a 10-footer. And Basie has 7 tonight. And the Hubs into the front court. And double team, number 32, Jamal Cooper, by Tucker and Mann. Gets away, drives in, puts it up, misses it. Dogs on the attack into the front court quickly. Ferguson over to Tucker, 17-footer from the corner. Hammers it in and out. Rebound North Hagerstown, and the Hubs bring it back. And the Dogs fall back. Mann, Dokes, Tucker, Ferguson, and Basie. The starting 5 the last 2 ball games. The ball fired from as Ferguson goes up for the layup, and man, that was a good defensive move from North.
Yes, it was. Great block that time. I think if North does not score and Martinsburg scores again, they're going to have to get a timeout here. They're down 13 here and have not scored here in the third quarter.
Aaron Johnson with the basketball on the left wing. And Marcellus Basie steals the ball. Basie going all the way, puts it up. And he'll go to the charity stripe to try to pick up the three-point play. And Tim McNamee wants to talk about the Dogs in a row. They were leading at half, 39-30, and they've scored 6 quick points to hold the Hubs scoreless. And they lead now by 15. We'll return to the field after this message. Back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse, and the WVU Mountaineers 9-2 this year. They're taking on St. Joe's in Philly tonight. They've won 8 straight games.
Yes, they have. I'll tell you, they're playing really well, and their foul shooting has not been a factor. They've been winning with a large enough margin that the foul shooting is not a factor. As I said before, if Martinsburg was scored again and North Hagerstown did, they need a timeout, and they did. Maybe they'll get their back together here as Basie scores a foul shot.
It's a 3-point play.
Sure, a great run here by Martinsburg to start the third quarter in the man-to-man defense.
And Marcellus Basie with 8 points. North into the front court. And the ball stolen. Butts intended for Ricky Medley. Ferguson takes it away. Goes to Snowbird. And he can't put it in. Hub comes down the court. Puts it up. Medley drills the jump shot. So the Hubs I tell you, they just came back quickly on that one. Basie into the front court. Pulls up from 15 feet. Marcellus Basie just put it through. Very deftly. Just boomed it right through the bucket. Basie like a shark. The Hubs into the front court on the right side. Matt Butts, a sweet-looking jumper from the corner, 15 feet out. 48-34, Martinsburg. Spencer Ferguson, three-point attempt. And a little shy on the right side from the corner. Not enough on it. And the Hubs bring it down court easily. On the left side, Mitchell Brands with the basketball. Feeds Johnson. Johnson drives the lane, dishes it off to Medley. Medley up and in on the left side of the bucket for the Snowbird. 48-36. Basie into the front court. On the right wing, behind the back, shaken back. Puts up the jumper. Glances off the right side of the rim. And brought down by Medley. Dishes it off to Johnson. Johnson and Basie exchange an elbow. Excuse me. Branch and Basie exchange an elbow. Matt Butts puts up a three-pointer. And that's a little shy of the rim. The ball gets away out of bounds. North turns it over, and the Dogs get it back.
A couple bad shots by both teams. Basie took the only bad shot the last time down. Not bad shot just taken by North Hagerstown. Previously, it was a bad shot taken by Spencer Ferguson. So 3 straight bad shots. I think they need to settle down, run their offense, and that's what they're doing now.
And the Hubs in the man-to-man. Basie, three-point attempt, no good. Man with the tip, and he misses it. And Mitchell France brings down the rebound. Johnson on the attack in the front court for the Hubs. From the foul line, all alone, air ball. And Ferguson brings it down for the Dogs. Long pass down court. Anthony Duggs pulls up. Anthony Duggs has such a sweet touch. He has 12 tonight, and when he put that shot up, he had a Hub right in his face. He was off balance, but he stopped, put on the brakes, put it in from 10 feet out. And North takes it into the front court. Top of the key, head fake. Matt Butts doesn't fake out Tucker, however. Fires it over to the right wing to Aaron Johnson. Johnson into the lane, dishes off to number 32, Jamal Cooper. And Cooper drives the lane and puts it up and in. Cooper with 6, 50-38. Seam in the defense and just rifled the ball across the lane diagonally right into the... That was beautiful, Vic.
Hey, you talk about rifle. He did. I'll tell you, he about took his ear off, and he had to feel the ear as that ball went by his ear. That was unbelievable. If he'd have taken one step, it would have tore half his face off. So a great pass by Basie on that play. 50-38. Begin to stretch it out just a little bit, slowly but surely stretching the lead out. They can hit both of these foul shots, but Anthony's having trouble. He's made the first one. He can make the second one. Sometimes all it takes is maybe 2 in a row sometimes. That'll get it going. Anthony has 13 points on tonight.
And the crowd here at the Martinsburg Fieldhouse of 600 on hand. And Anthony puts it up and in. There's both. 3:43 to go in the third quarter. 52-38, the Dogs on top. And the Hubs bring it down. And number 14 into the ball game, Emmett Holman, the 5'9 junior. And he gives it off to Matt Butts between the circles. The senior drives the lane. Good move, but he has it partially blocked. They're fighting for it underneath. Jump ball, says the official. And Spencer Ferguson and Matt Butts tie it up, and the Dogs get it on this possession. Corey Tucker will inbound it as the Hubs move on down court. And Marcellus Basie trots up the court, puts up his right hand, signals number 3. And he calls the play for the Dogs. Fakes right, goes left, bounce pass to a Doak streaking into the lane. Puts it up, partially blocked, and maybe another jump ball. This time he gets this one, the Hubs.
One thing that I think is going to stay in the game of basketball is going to be this change of possession on the jump ball, which I think is dumb because I think you should have a jump ball. And
then you get into the end of the game, and then you get into using it as a means of regaining the basketball when you don't have the right to have it.
Sure, and you play real good defense, you tie a guy up and they get the ball back. That's not fair. But the reason is the officials can't throw the ball up on the jump ball well.
Emmett Holman has 3 on him. Basie, Tucker, and Ferguson. Basie takes it away into the front court. But he throws it away, number 23. Rookie Medley picks it up underneath the bucket and goes, look what I've got, Ma. And the Hubs got it back into the front court. And the Dogs in a tight man-to-man. And Man picks up the foul, I believe, or Anthony Dukes. Dukes doesn't like it.
It's going to be Anthony Dukes that time. Again, he got caught. Here we come with it. We got another platoon coming in here right now. Number 35 is coming in for Martinsburg. It's going to be Scott Lynch. You've got Deion Taylor and also Smokey Grantham underneath with Mike Roberts out front along with Eric Johnson. So you got a whole new 5 in there right now.
Holman inbounds it to Butts. Butts over to number 23. Medley. Medley fires it inside to number 25. Mike Hampton. Puts up the jumper, no good. And into the ball game for Martinsburg is Mr. Lynch, number 35.
And we had a foul down inside on Butts at the time and reach over the top. Martinsburg's going to have some problems here. We still got 2:28 to go in this quarter. And I think they're trying to rest the starters, but it's only a 12-point ball game with possession for Martinsburg.
And Scott Lynch into the ball game, number 35 for the Bulldogs, 6'1 junior, 160-pounder. And Smokey Grantham puts up a 3-point missile from the right wing, overshoots over the far side, and the Hubs bring it down and take it into the front court. Butts on the left wing dishes it off to Rookie Medley, and we have another whistle.
We have a 3-second violation on North Hagerstown. North has a chance to make some hay while the sun's shining here now. They have a bigger ball club in than Martinsburg. They have more experience in there, and they're not taking advantage of it. 3/4 court trap, zone trap by North Hagerstown. Not effective as Smokey Grantham's fouled on the inside. I'll tell you, Tom, they have a golden opportunity right now to pick up some ground, but they look like they're going to lose a little bit more ground as the foul was committed.
And Mike Roberts into the ball game for Martinsburg was off balanced. He fired it into the lane to Grantham. Grantham went up for it and couldn't make the shot, but he was fouled. Number 22 will go to the charity strike. Smokey Grantham puts up the first one, and he just puts it through very softly. He's now 3 for 5 on the season from the foul line for 60%.
3 for 3 tonight, Tom.
He's 3 for 3 tonight, excuse me. Well, he's 7 and make that 6 for 8 on the year because he lost the second one. 2:02 to go in the third quarter. 54-40, the Dogs on top of 14. Johnson and the Dogs in a man-to-man defense. Eric Johnson on Holman. Holman on the right wing. Johnson dogging him on the right side, and we have a foul. This may be a slap foul on Dion Taylor. And the pass was intended for number 22, Mitchell Branch, I believe. And Branch...
Very close to having a 5-second count that time. Good defensive job by Eric Johnson and the other people as well. So very close, and they ended up getting a personal foul on Dion Taylor.
And Rookie Medley inbounds it to Emmett Bowman, the point guard for North Hagerstown. In between the circles, he's picked up by Eric Johnson. Johnson over to the right side to Matt Butts. He's guarded by Scott Lynch. And over to Mitchell Branch. Branch feeds it inside to number 25, Mike Hampton. Can't do anything with it, but he puts it up the second time, and it's good. And coming in for North Hagerstown is Ariel Bell, number 20, a 5'10 junior, and going out is Mitchell Branch.
I'll tell you, Mike Hampton's a big kid inside. He's about 6'2", 6'3", and he's very strong in there, and he's showing his strength on that particular play on the rebound, second shot. Moore jumping in there, 1-2-2, three-quarter court press, ball's knocked out of bounds, and Martinsburg will have it again. 54-42, 1:25 in the third quarter. We have a foul before the ball's in bounds.
And before it's even inbounds, Scott Lynch standing on the near side of the court.
It's going to be on Medley.
Rookie Medley. Chris Fetchman in the ball game for Martinsburg.
It's going to be a 1-and-1 situation. Here we go again. Martinsburg getting a break here, getting a chance to get 2 more points without the ball actually being in play.
And the 6'3 Fetchman. It's a 6'3 junior. And he's still 6'3. Grantham puts it up.
Smokey's 5 for 5 from the line. Smokey is a good shooter. He has been shooting the ball pretty well. I think one of the problems, and he's not as quick a foot as he would like to be. He shoots the ball well, 6 for 6 from the foul line.
He makes the second shot. I like his haircut. And the Hubs bring it into the front court. On to the left side to number 20, Ariel Bell. Bell fires out to the top of the key to Butts. Picked up by Scott Lynch. Butts drives on Lynch, puts it up, hammers it off the back of the iron, and we have another whistle.
It's going to be on Scott Lynch on a foul on the attempted shot that time.
It's taken a long time to get this quarter done here.
Yes, it is.
The whistle.
All the whistles that are coming about. Butts is a good player. I'll tell you, he is very smart. He's a crafty player. He makes a lot of things happen out there. For instance, that was not a shot. He created that shot, and not too many people are able to do that. And some guys are very capable of doing it. Marcellus Basie does that so well that he creates shots. First shot is up and short by Butts, so he'll go for his second one. He's 3 for 4 on the night from the line.
And the 6'3 senior averaging 15 a game, dribbles it 3 times, puts it up, and the right-hander sinks it 56-43.
That is his 15-point on the night.
And he's got his average. And the Hubs are pressing. Johnson into Mike Roberts in the backcourt. Fires it into Fetchman. Fetchman tries to fire it into Grantham. Has the ball slapped right back in his face by Butts. Knocked out of bounds off the shoulder of Fetchman. So the Hubs will regain possession. And I tell you, that is an important move for North. They need every break they can get. 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Over to the right side to Ariel Bell. Bell over to Butts on the left wing. And he gives it to Rookie Medley. Nice move along the baseline. Puts up the jumper 10 feet. Rims in and out. And the Dogs on the attack. Marcellus Basie, Smokey Grantham. Over to Scott Lynch. Scott Lynch takes a jump shot on the left. Hammers off the right side of the rim and bounces back, and we have a whistle on the rebound.
We have a foul on Smokey Grantham on the rebound. Smokey's doing a good job on the boards. He was just a little bit late getting there on that play, but he made a great rebound here at the other end. They were outmanned. Smokey was in there 1 against 3 and came away with the rebound. It's only his first personal foul. But again, we have a substitution coming in the game. Mitchell Branch coming back into the ball game, and it looks like they're going to take out. Butts is going out. Yes, he's going to go out. Scott Lynch is coming out of the game. Cardi Roberts comes in for the first time tonight. 36 seconds to go. 56-33.
Number 24. Mike Roberts' brother, Cardi, 6'2", into the ball game, 190. Into the front court, Holman gets away from Eric Johnson, feeds it into rookie Medley. Puts up another 10-footer from the baseline, no good. Rebounded by Mitchell Branch, travels with the basketball. Turnover North. There's been a lot of traveling calls tonight.
16 turnovers. I'll tell you, the officials done a great job with the traveling because
Yes, they have.
they are traveling. There's no question about it, and there's no complaint from the North Hagerstown bench. They're pretty obvious. They're trying to do too much faking out there instead of, being strong, putting it up strong.
And the Hubs in a full court trap, man-to-man. And the Dogs break it. Mike Roberts into the front court, guarded by Holman. And he shakes him off. Dishes it off to the left side to Eric Johnson. Johnson watching the clock. 8 seconds between the circles over to the right side to Grantham. Grantham between the legs, drives the lane. Dishes off to Cardi Roberts. Had his hands up. And Grantham hit him on the letters. And Cardi Roberts put it up and in. And the Dogs are up by 15, 58-33. You're listening to WRNR Sports Martinsburg. We'll be right back. The address is 325 Winchester Ave.
Paint and Glass, open long hours 6 days a week at 325 Winchester Avenue.
Ginger's Flower Shop and Greenhouse, and Ginger's too, Flowers and Gifts in the Berkeley Plaza, would like to take this time to thank their many customers by offering everything they have in stock at both stores for half price. That's right, you heard correctly. Everything in stock is half priced at Ginger's Flower Shop and Greenhouse, 317 West Bay Street. And Ginger's too, Flowers and Gifts, Berkeley Plaza Shopping Center, Martinsburg. Once again, from Ginger's. And the fourth quarter underway. The Hubs inbound the basketball into the front court. Underneath quickly to Mike Hampton. And he lays it up and in. The former Hedgesville Eagle, now a senior. Hampton has 4 points tonight. The Dogs are on top, 58-45. In for Martinsburg, Corey Tucker, Marcellus Basie, Spencer Ferguson, Anthony Dokes, and Aaron Mann, the original starting five. Now we have a whistle. And the official comes down, gives the ball to Tucker. He inbounds it. Full court, man-to-man pass from the Hubs. Basie into the front court. And we have another whistle. And I tell you, from a broadcasting point of view, I hate these whistles.
We get a foul, reaching foul that time on Holman. That's his first personal foul and trying to trap Marcellus Basie. They're doing the right thing. They'd be wasting their time trying to play a man-to-man. But they've got to give him a little bit more room. They can't jump all over him. He's too quick. He handles the ball too well. He goes around him too easily.
And Basie puts up a foul shot high off the rim. And he misses it, brought down by North Hagerstown. The West Virginia University Mountaineers are in Philadelphia tonight playing St. Joseph's, and they lead that school 10-7 right now. Mountaineers 9-2, and St. Joe's 3-8. Hubs turn it over to Basie. Ferguson gets away off the leg of Emmett Hallman, so a little lady luck for the Bulldogs. And Corey Tucker inbound along the corner on the near side. The Dogs on the attack from our left to right in their white uniforms with the orange and black trim. As Marcellus Basie goes out of the ball game, and Eric Johnson comes in. Emmett Hallman goes out for North Hagerstown, and Aaron Johnson comes in. Eric Johnson against Aaron Johnson, and Johnson over to Tucker, and Tucker throws the ball away, knocked away by North Hagerstown, but Tucker, trying to retrieve the basketball at half court in the rundown, is fouled by number 22, Mitchell Branch.
It's Mitchell Branch's third personal foul. Marcellus Basie came out of the game, and Eric Johnson came in. Marcellus threw a behind-the-back pass, and Coach Rogers took him out immediately after that pass. That situation, they've got to learn, the players have got to learn to bring the ball back out and set it up. Every time they get the ball on a fast break, they seem to think that they have to do something. They have to make the play right now, and it doesn't have to happen that way. Foul shot is missed by Tucker, rebound by North Hagerstown.
And Corey's first miss of the season. His first shot of the night. He's now 4 for 5 on the year. And inside, the rookie Medley, all out underneath on the left side, but he misses it. He puts it up too hard, and it rebounds off the front of the rim to the Dogs. Into the front court, Spencer Ferguson drives the baseline. Strong move, but it rolls off the front of the rim, and we have a whistle.
It's going to shot. Same thing happened at the other end. Medley intimidated Spencer Ferguson.
Three-quarter court, man-to-man press. And the Dogs are driving the Hubs absolutely nuts with this pressure. The Hubs just are not capable of bringing it up court every time. The Dogs are driving them crazy. And Corey Tucker tried to draw the charge, but in doing so, he actually caused Aaron Johnson to walk the basketball. Up turnover, the Dogs get it back. Tucker will inbound it. So pressure from all sides as the Dogs continue to lead by 13, and their defensive pressure has given them this lead.
Yes, 20 turnovers for North Hagerstown, and that's the difference in the ball game right now. The turnovers.
No doubt about it. Eric Johnson into the circle, fires it back out to the right wing to Tucker. Tucker out to Anthony Oates on the high post. Oates on the left wing, fires it over to Spencer Ferguson on the right wing. Alley-oop underneath, slapped away by North. Spencer Ferguson picks it up in the lane, puts it up off the back of the iron. Rebounds his own shot. Spencer Ferguson too, and that's 4 on Branch. And Spencer Ferguson will go to the charity stripe. Coming into the ball game, Spencer was 6 for 12 from the foul line, and tonight he is taking his first shot. So 6 for 12 in the season.
Marcellus Macy comes back in the ball game as Eric Johnson sits down. 5 minutes, 57 seconds. Is good by Spencer Ferguson, who's still got a long way to go in this ball game, and there's a lot of things that can happen. 17 points on the night for Spencer Ferguson. He's having a good ball game, especially in the first half.
And Ferguson puts up the second shot. It hits the front of the rim, the back of the rim, and falls out. The Hubs bring it down court. Matt Butts drives the left side of the lane, puts it up, rims it in and out off the glass. Ferguson with a rebound. Spencer Ferguson on the front court. Puts it up, fires it, and slapped away. A foul is being called on North Hagerstown. And I believe that will be on number 11, isn't it? Aaron Johnson.
I tell you, this is that time a foul should not have been committed. There was no reason to foul in that particular play. A bad defensive play. There's no way he was going to make that shot, nor was he going to be able to get a pass off. Spencer was actually hung out to dry on that play. He got bailed out by a foul that time.
Fergie 1 for 1 tonight. Puts it up.
1 for 2. Now he's 1 for 3.
Rattles in and out like it's in a pinball machine for the miss. He's now 7 for 14 on the year. North into the front court. Mitchell Branch puts up an off-balance jumper from the right side of the lane, 8 feet out. Spencer Ferguson on the rebound. Anthony Dogs sends it out to the lights. Dogs on top. The biggest lead tonight, 61 to 45. Rookie Medley from the corner. No good. Doak skies high and brings it down, tapping it to Macy. Dogs on the attack. I thought, my, that's unusual. Martinsburg, West Virginia. And tell them 63 to 45. The Dogs on top by 18. And Anthony Dokes, I tell you what, he had a lot of traffic around him, Vic. And Casey just underhanded it to him, 90 miles an hour. And Dokes very quickly put it up and in with 2 guys on it.
That's a major big pass he made. And Anthony, they're smart enough now for them to keep their Marcellus' passes.
And Dokes puts it up, no good. Rebound by Tucker, puts it up. He misses. Aaron Mann brings down the rebound, puts it up from 8 feet in front. And he misses. And North Hagerstown brings it down court. Into the front court. Jumper put up by Aaron Johnson, and we have a foul. Johnson will go to the charity stripe. And the foul on Marcellus Macy.
Right, Marcellus Macy's third foul. That was a bad foul. He had no reason at all for committing that foul. He knows he doesn't. That's the bad type of foul that you don't want to happen, but where 4 minutes and 51 seconds to go, it's only his third personal foul. It's not really a factor at this particular point. But you don't want to get in the habit of making those kind of fouls, making those kind of plays. You're 18 points up with 4 minutes 50 seconds to go. Let him shoot that jumper. Just get a hand up and force him to shoot a tough shot.
And a long ball game. We had a 10-minute delay tonight. You know, we had a 25-minute pregame show. We normally have 15. This game didn't get underway till 20 till 8, as opposed to the usual 7:30 starting time. 63-46 as Aaron Johnson, the 6-foot junior point guard, makes his first one, and he sinks his second one. Good clutch shooting from the junior. And the Bulldogs will take over.
Dave McKenzie's in the ballgame now for Martinsburg. First time tonight. As North Hagerstown puts in a few more subs, they put in number 31 for the first time tonight.
Eric Hallenbeck.
Hallenbeck.
Hallenbeck is a ball player. He's their quarterback. Lays it up to the left side of the bucket. Line left to right. 65-47. Dogs again with the biggest lead by 18. And trapped into the front court. Slapped away by Ferguson. We have another whistle underneath. And number 20 into the ball game for Martinsburg. Dave McKenzie threw it to
Marcellus Basie on the drive.
Basie on the drive. Marcellus going to charity strike.
He was fouled by Brooks. It's only his third personal foul, but right now fouls are not really a factor. They've got to get down and get the ball up and get some points on the board. Tenacious defense. The defense is really tailing the tail as Marcellus misses. It's a good-looking shot. He had good spin on it. She just didn't fall that time, so that was his 2 straight in a row misses. He's 3 for 5 tonight with a total of 12 points. But the defense is really doing the job. This zone press tonight is really, really taking hold, and North Hagerstown just simply is not keeping up.
Yes, he did. And Dave McKenzie into the ball game. 6'1", 160-pound junior for the Bulldogs. Projected possibly as a preseason starter. Didn't make the starting 5 and hasn't seen much action this year, but again making this Martinsburg squad. Matt Butts goes up for their jumper along the left baseline.
He's going to make some now, Tom. He just fouled him.
Rattled in and out. Yes, he did. But Dave McKenzie is apparently a pretty good ball player, and he's only a junior. Now, did he play on your JV team
Yes,
last
he
year?
did. He played in the JV team, and I'll tell you, he's one of those players who one summer was a great summer for him. He really blossomed as a player, came back here this year, a much better player, stronger, quicker. But the only problem is there are just so many people here with so much talent that it's hard to squeeze in there. You know, you really got to stand out to play on this team. You had to stand out to make this team to start with.
Well, right now we have 4 substitutes and 1 starter in. Spencer Ferguson, in along with Chris Fincham, Cardi Roberts, Dave McKenzie, and Scott Lynch.
16 points for Butts tonight. It's the first time he scored since early in the third quarter when he got his season average of 15. Second shot is up and it's off the rim.
And North Hagerstown with a rebound. Little Emmett Holman, 5'9" with a rebound. And over to Eric Hallenbeck. Into the right wing, goes up for the jumper from 17, off the front of the iron, gets his own rebound, dishes it off the left side to Rookie Medley. Out to the left wing, 3-point attempt from Holman. No good. Medley puts it up and in off the left baseline. 66-50, 3:57 to go. Ferguson into McKenzie. McKenzie breaks away from the trap into the backcourt. Drives it into the backcourt. And he actually stopped him. Listen, kept running and would have gotten that basketball. Turnover Martinsburg.
Yeah, this is the kind of time you think the whistles have been blowing, they wouldn't be blowing now. And this is the kind of time when you put your substitutes in the ball game, a lot of strange things happen that normally do not happen in the ball game. They're going to happen that way. You put them out there, and they don't get this opportunity too often, especially with 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the game.
Doug Ferguson in for Spencer Ferguson. Whole new starting 5 for Martinsburg. And the Hubs, number 32. Jamal Cooper with a long-range jumper. No good. Doug Ferguson on the attack for Martinsburg. Tries to feed it into the lane, forced a turnover. And Hallenbeck has it stolen away by Doug Ferguson. Ferguson said, I've had enough of this. I'm going to take it in. Puts it up. Take it away again by North. Second turnover from Dougie. Take it away by Martinsburg. By Doug Ferguson. Take it away by North. Doug Ferguson takes it back. It's unbelievable. What do they do? Play tic-tac-toe. McKenzie puts it up. Hammers it over the right side of the rim. And the Hubs are alone. And the layup some new players coming in. Eric Johnson coming in for the Bulldogs. You know, Doug Ferguson, he lost the ball, got it back, lost it, got it back, lost it, got it back. No, it was almost like it was prearranged like that. It was well orchestrated.
Doug is going to lead the team in steals, and he's going to lead the team in turnovers in just that one segment there.
The Hubs underneath, power move from Matt Butts. We have a whistle. And I believe he may have been fouled by Dave McKenzie.
Dave McKenzie on the foul that time. It was wild and woolly there for a while. A lot of strange things happening, but you're gonna, like I said, you're going to have this type of thing when you put 10 new people out on the court and don't expect them to come out and play well. If they do, you've got to, that's very special if they're able to do that.
I tell you, Vic, I've never seen so much depth in all my life on any basketball team from top to bottom as is on the Martinsburg team this year. You can take any of these players, the 10th through 14th players on the depth chart for Dave Rogers' squad, give them enough time, give them a couple games experience, and they're going to be tough out there.
You're right.
He's got some good ball players.
There's a lot of talent there.
There certainly is. Mike Roberts into the front court for the Dogs after the missed foul shot. Eric Johnson takes it off the right wing, and to Mike Roberts on the right baseline. Feeds Cardi inside, and loses control of the basketball. Then it's tapped out of bounds by number 30 into the ball game for North, and we weren't expecting him to come into the ball game, at least according to his head coach. We're talking about DeMaury Strawberry.
It's no good. He hit the wire on the back or the black poles. Either one is out of bounds, so the shot doesn't count. Looked good, though.
Yes, it did. And the Hubs into the front court. Rookie Medley over to the right side. And he feeds it to Jamal Cooper. Cooper tries to fire it into the left corner where Rookie Medley is standing all alone, but the ball's knocked out of bounds by Martinsburg. Eric Hallenbach, the 5'10 reserve, will inbound it. They're right in front of us. The Hubs moving from our right to left. And he throws it in, alley-oop to Butts. Butts can't put it in. And Fincham picks up the basketball, almost has it stolen, but he gives it to Eric Johnson. Johnson scores. On the left side, on the wing, 68-53. Johnson onto the scoreboard. And the Hubs into the front court. In the red uniforms, Matt Butts, three-point attempt. Boom! He retaliates with a three-point missile. And the Dogs into the front court. Eric Johnson, give and go, over the right. Assist. Mike Roberts with 4 points tonight. On to the right side, number 32, Jamal Cooper. Throws it away off the hands of Cardi Roberts. Good hands, puts him up, and it goes off the hands of Roberts out of bounds. The Hubs will retain possession.
They begin to clean up the play a little bit. The play's getting better, I'll tell you. Just gives them a little bit of time out there. And the only problem is they're going to run out of time. They only got a minute and 10 seconds to go.
A lot of fluidity there. They're moving the ball.
Exactly. A little continuity happening out there right now, but they're going to run short of time.
There's only one player out on the court, not into the flow of the ball game, but give him a little time. Pretty good basketball right now. The Dogs' third team is playing straight up. Second and third team, I should say.
Offensive foul that time on number 32. That's going to be Jamal Cooper. I don't think there's any question about that. He took off and just simply ran over Cardi Roberts. That's quite a feat to run over that guy, I think, as he is.
And the fans start filing out of the field now. 58 seconds to go. And this one locked up as the Dogs will move to a 6-0 record. Looks like the Hubs are going to fall to 3-6 overall. And 0-2 in the Cumberland Valley Athletic League. Martinsburg and Jefferson tied for the top spot in the CBAL. And Eric Johnson, foul goes to the charity stripe tonight.
Yeah, Tom, this is really strange. It's done by Eric Johnson, but you have two West Virginia schools tied for first place in basketball, which you had Martinsburg and Jefferson. Football, you had Fort Hill and Allegheny. You have two Cumberland schools there tied for first place or in the leading league. And Eric makes the second.
Yes, he did. 2 for 2 tonight. He's 4 for 5 on the season from the charity stripe. Into the front court, Matt Butts with the basketball. Is fouled by number 33, Chris Fincham. And Butts will go to the foul line once again. Matt Butts putting some points on the board tonight for North Hagerstown.
It's amazing how that does work with leagues, though. Quite often you'll see that. You look at baseball, we won, Martinsburg won the CBL. Jefferson was in second place. And in the track and field, I think North Hagerstown won it. South Hagerstown was second place. So, everybody's kind of getting a little bit of share of the pot out there. I guess it's kind of good in many respects. But One thing we can say for Martinsburg, they were up in there in everything. I mean, if they didn't win it, at least they were there. CVAL basketball, we won last year as well, tied with Fort Hill.
And the CVAL is one of the stronger leagues in a big region. CVAL has to be a well-respected league. Decent sports with CVAL members. It's unfortunate North and South are dropping out.
Butts is 7 for 10 from the line tonight. He has 16 points from the field, 23 on the night.
He's a gamer, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Give him another one.
Yeah,
Second shot is good. He's 8 for 11 tonight, and he is going to come out of the ball game at this point. He has 24 points on night. Good ball game for Butts.
And he goes over and sits down for Tim McNamee's squad. Good game from Matt Butts. Mike Roberts with the basketball. Feeds Cardi. Turnaround jumper from the baseline right. Glances off the right side of the rim, and the Hubs with the rebound. Allenbeck dishes it out. It's taken away by McKenzie. Excuse me, check that. Taken away by Lynch. Here's Cardi Roberts. Puts it up and in. Off the left side, right side, misses. Rebound, Mike Roberts. No good. Lynch gets his rebound, puts it up. And he misses. And the Hubs come down court. 4 shots put up for the Dogs, and everyone misses. North Hagerstown into the front court. And we have another whistle.
Foul's going to be on Cardi Roberts on a reach foul. I'll tell you, they got banged around pretty good the other end. Cardi got banged about 2 or 3 times. He comes down and has a touch foul, and he's a little bit bent out of shape because of the touch foul, and he got hammered a few times the other end. 14 seconds to go.
Eric Pfeiffer, that's why I'm saying North has the best athletes on this team here. Eric Pfeiffer was a running back for them. Eric Callenbach was one of their quarterbacks in football. Mike Hampton, an outstanding baseball player. Mitchell Branch, good football player for him. So they've got their athletes on this team. You know, some schools can't get their athletes to play all 3 sports. And as the clock sounds to end the ball game,
That's the ball game.
simultaneously, the ball game is over. 72-58, the final score. You're listening to WRNR Sports Martinsburg. We'll return with the post-game wrap-up after these messages.
As well as car or truck to get you through the tough spot.
Stay warm and comfortable with economical Southern
Everyone, well, the Bulldogs have wrapped up another big win. They're now 6-0. 72-58 is the final score. A lot of big games around the Mountain State tonight, and the one that I'm really interested in is number 1 Williamson in AA action, taking on Logan. Both teams undefeated. Logan, one of the powerhouses in the state on the AAA level. Right now in Philadelphia, the West Virginia University Mountaineers going for their 9th straight victory, lead at halftime over St. Joseph's in Atlantic 10 conference play. The Mountaineers on top by 11, 34-23. An exciting ball game here tonight at Martinsburg High School, and leading the way in scoring for the Hubs, rookie Medley had 16 big points for North Hagerstown, and Matt Butts had 24. He's a real gamer, played a real strong game for Tim McNamee's squad as the North Hagerstown Hubs fall to 3-6 overall and 1-2 in the Cumberland Valley Athletic League. And it's been a few years since they've beaten Martinsburg. In fact, since Curtis Ferguson and Jonathan McCullough and Bill Adams were seniors for the Bulldogs. The scoring for Martinsburg went like this. Cardi Roberts had 2 points. Mike Roberts had 4. Eric Johnson had 4. Corey Tucker had 3. Smokey Grantham had 6. Aaron Mann had 4. And the 3 players leading the way in double figures, Marcellus Basie had 13. Spencer Ferguson had 19 leading the way. And Anthony Anthony Dokes had 18 points. As the Dogs improved to 6-0, the Martinsburg JV squad is now 5-1 this year after winning tonight 81-39. Another good night of basketball, Vic.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it was a very positive night in many respects for Martinsburg, but I think if they came out and play with that type of intensity when they were in their zone press for that segment of time for about 4 minutes, I'll tell you, I don't think anybody in the state would have touched them. I mean, they were just tenacious on defense. And then they have lapses where they don't play that well, and I think they still do not have that continuity. They do not have that cohesiveness that they need. They don't work like an oiled machine. And that's what you're looking for out of a group of this caliber team.